Next up, we have the video package to hype Vince McMahon versus Hulk Hogan. Again, I've written here that this is a decent package, but again, there's a notable lack of intensity about this, as well as there was about all the video packages, with the exception of one, which is still to come. Any thoughts on the Hogan Vince stuff, Tom?
The build up to it is very good. I like the fact that they show, the fact that there's all of the, the steroid scandal stuff in it. Obviously, the build up, which they don't show in the promo, is got the world renowned, incredible promo of Hulk Hogan saying, "If you just think that I was the right guy at the wrong time." And let me say that again, just so you're clear, McMahon. Let me just say one more time so it gets in your head. If you actually believe in your mind that I was just the right gay guy, then you're a bigger delusional bastard than I thought, McMahon. It's amazing. It's wonderful. That is tremendous. Hulk Hogan coming out of the courthouse wearing a bandana is always a treat. But yeah, I know you're not that hard on the video packages, but in terms of the build-up for this specific match, it kind of shows you everything that you need to.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I thought this was a good video package. It just, there was a noticeable lack of intensity about all of them. And I guess this one, I could let it off because they told a really good story about their history together, but it was very, very similar to everything else that had come before. The match itself, I'm going to run through this because there's a bit of a busy finish to this one. So it's 21 minutes in length. The end sees Vince McMahon push referee Brian Hebner out of the ring after he shows concern for Vince's welfare. Vince then motions to the back for another referee, which brings out both Sylvain Grenier and another referee, which I didn't catch the name of. Grenier decks the other ref. McMahon then hits a leg drop on Hogan and goes for the cover, but Hogan kicks out and hulks up. Hogan gets rid of Grenier, then hits a big boot to Vince, then hits 3 leg drops and then covers him, by which time Brian Hebner is recovered and makes the count. Tom, your thoughts on the match?
I love this match. It's amazing. It's 2 stupid old farts mucking about in the ring in an absolute ridiculous, over-the-top bloodbath. Because if they tried to do an actual normal match, it would have been an absolute disgrace. I want to talk about the entrance first of all. Obviously, Hogan comes down, and they've had to redub over Voodoo Child by Jimi Hendrix. So it's quite funny watching Hulk Hogan sing along to a song where there's no lyrics. The overdubbing is really bad, and they have really badly overdubbed fake crowd noise over Hogan's. So it's obviously they've dubbed over and dubbed over again. The match in itself is so much fun. The bit when Hugo Savinovich gets hit by the chair is so funny. Every time I watch it, I completely forget that it happened. And every time it reacts a massive belly laugh from me because it's so just out of context, and it busts him open as well. Like he's just left it bleeding. It's so good. There's so many good moments in it. There's the leg drop off the ladder. There's the bit where Vince McMahon emerges with the pipe from underneath the ring and his face is covered in blood and he just looks demented. There's the Piper running, which makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
Spits on Hogan, hits Vince McMahon, spits on Hogan again, tells him all to kiss his ass. He's got a T-shirt that doesn't even say Hot Rod on it. I don't know what it says on this T-shirt, but it's completely irrelevant to anything. It's amazing. I love this match so much. This is not my favourite match on the show, but it would be if the other match wasn't on there. It's such a laugh because I guess it does and it doesn't take itself too seriously. It's as I said at the beginning, it's 2 old farts making fools of themselves, absolutely disgracing themselves in the ring for 21 minutes, and I love it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the differential for me. Is I think you're right. I think they are taking it entirely seriously. I think Vince and Hulk Hogan and the promotion, WWE, the commentators, everybody is taking it as serious as they can. But they have thrown everything they possibly can at it to make sure that it isn't Bret Hart versus Vince McMahon. Quite frankly, they're doing everything they can to make sure it is not a car crash, and in the end, it's not. It's an entirely entertaining 21 minutes, which is quite frankly a disgraceful amount of time to give these to wrestle out a match. And I think it's a match of 2 halves because I think the first half of it is like, oh god, this is going to be dreadful, and then the second half is like they just chuck everything at it, including, as you say, the moment where Vince McMahon goes to hit Hulk Hogan with a steel chair, and instead Hogan ducks and poor old Hugo Savinovich at the Spanish takes it full ahead, busted open, and all the other bits and pieces in between as well. Piper coming out, hitting Hogan with the steel pipe, but clearly showing that he doesn't like either Vince McMahon or Hogan. And in fact, also looks like he's put on an incredible amount of weight as well at the same time. Like he's massively out of shape. It's not one for the purists, let's say, but it is an entirely entertaining slice of action. Old man.
I mean, you've both covered it beautifully. I know when Hugo Savinovich, so the medics come down to help Savinovich, and I think it's Michael Cole, because at this point Vince McMahon and Hogan are both down selling stuff, and Michael Cole is aghast that they're helping the commentator and not the performers. He like properly goes, "Why are you helping an announcer?" Obviously implying they should be helping the boss as well. And then Taz, when Safinovich is getting carried to the back, he goes, "Hasta la vista, amigo." It's like,
the whole presentation of it is just so much fun. This is, for me, a classic. You boys have come round to my house. We've had a couple of beers. Come on, let's chuck on Hogan McMahon from 19. It's a classic. Like let's have a laugh and have a couple of beers watching it. And that's exactly how I felt when I was watching it, despite being stone cold sober.
Could I just give a special note to Brian Hebner? My word, Vince McMahon. I think manhandles is the only way. Vince McMahon is obviously having the time of his life dragging Brian Hebner around the ring, and then he eventually just lobs him out of it.
Oh yes, he can't get him over the top rope, can he?
Yeah. And I actually think, to be honest, when the hotspot comes down, when the hotspot makes his appearance, it kind of lost me a bit, to be honest, because it's so stupid and nonsensical, and Piper is just not very good, because he's got the lead pipe and he's looking at Vince McMahon. He's like, "Come on, Junior," and he keeps looking at Hogan, and Hogan's selling like a champ. He takes so long to get up that by the time Piper hits him, you're not surprised. You'd say, "Well, I knew that was going to happen."
Well, the other thing to just do this match down a little bit is, if you ever watch it again, just check out the fact that Hogan has to sell Vince McMahon's punches in the early going, and you'll see maybe why this isn't a particularly good match, because goodness.
I will say, though, Vince McMahon is enormous. He's actually bigger than Hogan in this match, I think.
He is massive. He is absolutely gigantic.